lights. Sometimes you may see 6 lights. Sometimes you may see 4 lights. Sometimes you see 1 light, right? And it's burning like a lamp, okay? The Lord's army, right? The destruction, life and death from Yahweh, Jeremiah 21:8, life and death, right? The issues of life and death is in his hands, and that's what these things represent, okay? Which is Yahweh. Why Yahweh shine?
And it says, verse 14, and the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. Now as I beheld, the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his 4 faces.
Yeah, that's a powerful thing, right? Because you're talking about that special chariot as well, okay? That one wheel, that one wheel. And when you look at it, Ezekiel describes it, okay? So my point is, you may not see it, but according to the scripture, as a matter of fact, maybe while you're looking, I'll go into the past and show you the same thing in the time of Jacob, because this was a common thing for forefather Jacob, okay? And like I said, and so we are our forefathers coming back, starting with the apostles and elders on down and the prophets of the Lord, seeing the chariots and understanding that, okay, understanding his army that is represented inside there, just like his army on earth. You know what I mean? Simply put, if you can get what I just said. Go ahead.
Okay. You still want more from this, or are you going into something else?
Yeah, let me go to Isaiah.
Okay.
All right, so this is Isaiah chapter 9. I'm going to look at basically what's going on right now in terms of a couple of precepts here, right, that are forefathers in the past experience. So let me just read real quick verse 1, just to give you an idea, and also the prophecy in verse 2, how it culminates in this time. All right, so it says, nevertheless, this is Isaiah 9 verse 1, it says, nevertheless, the dimness shall not be such as was in her vexation, when at the first he lightly afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterward did more grievously afflict her by the way of the sea, beyond Jordan in Galilee, of the nations. Right? So ultimately, Yahweh power is the one that's allowing these things to happen, bringing the affliction, okay, through his avenue, right? But that's just to give you a little history. So here it is now, verse 2. So it says, the people that walk in darkness have seen a great light. So this darkness here, this earth, right, and gross darkness to people, when you read on in the same book, when you read on later, he expounds on darkness and gross darkness to people in the light of prophecy. So that people is his prophets, okay? Right, the nation of Israel, but mainly his prophets, okay? Mainly his prophets, starting with the apostles and elders on down, okay? Yeah, so it says, people that walk in darkness have seen a great light, okay? Right, and that great light, hey, let's make no mistake, it's not that music that you hear in the background. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the gospel, right? The eternal gospel, this truth, eternal truth, right? And the apostles and elders are on fire. And the men of the Lord too are on fire, week in, week out, pushing, right? In spirit and in truth, this great light. Okay? And it says, they that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, right? So, hey, this is a powerful prophecy to show you that the gospel, when the command was given in the book of Acts to go to the uttermost part of the earth and preach the gospel, that is talking about America. Right now, the land of the valley of the shadow of death is America, right? And where you Edomites rule. But it's really talking about America. That's where the gospel, that's where the great light started up, right? And you could go back into history if you understand the Lord's movement, the Lord's church, right? That the great millstone is leading, and then when you go back in history a little bit, you go back to, if I may say, Abba Bivens and all those other elders, Arya, how the Lord built up his church. And even if you go beyond those men, you can understand that the foundation was already laid, right? If you go back in time, beyond Abba Bivens, you'll see that it's there, that the Lord had it there. It may have been underneath, okay, underground, but now it's on the surface. Okay, so America, where the great light, okay, the valley of the shadow of death. You can link that Psalms 23 if you want to pull it up, if you could. All right. So yeah, that's a loaded scripture. So the people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shine. Okay, so it's not on Islam. Okay.
I got it.
Hold on. Yeah, you can read it if you want.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So this is what the elder asked for. This is Psalms chapter 23, verse 4. Yea, the whole chapter is good, great, excellent. So this is verse 4. It says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for there are hours." Sorry, let this pass for a second. Okay, so this is verse 4, Psalm 23, verse 4. "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me."
All right, so the point is, the light, the great light that shined, according to the scripture, did not shine on any of these movements here. I want to be clear. So Laughing Buddha, you have Islam here, the Kaaba, you have so-called Christianity, aka Mary, right? Which is really Semiramis and Tammuz. And then you have the Caesar Borgia thing. So the light did not shine. It did not shine on Malachi Z. York. Did not shine on Buddha, or this another Buddha, whatever, right? Another Hindu god. There's the Baphomet of our day, right? El Selassie Rastafari. And my brother was a Rasta. Okay, he just died in May. Okay, and we got the goods, we got the dream and the vision on what happened the very day that he was going to be buried. And the dream was simply this. Okay, he was standing beside his coffin, and he says, he pointed at his dead body in the coffin and said, "This is not me. This is not me." Right? So the Lord gave that vision. The Lord make it plain that Rastafari is dead. It's bullshit. It's not real. So the light didn't shine on Rastafari, did not shine on Scientology. And here, down here, the so-called Jew, right here, Amalek, did not shine on them. And then you have King Tut up here, okay, which goes back to that Hamitic madness. Okay, so it did not shine there. Okay. All right, so you can pull out who the light shine on. If you can get me a scripture on that while I go down here.
I got one little precept though to back up the Rastafari thing.
Yeah.
Because it says here, Isaiah 45:5, "I am Yahweh and there is no other besides me. There is no power. I will girt you, though you have not known me." That was
right. Okay, excellent. Right.
What's the scripture you wanted?
No, that's a good one, right? But I wanted you to get just get me a precept that proves real quick that the light shined upon which people.
Okay, right? So I'll get Thessalonians then.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So this is Okay, so this is Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 5. I'm sorry, I'll start at 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness.
Excellent. Okay, right. So that's the Israelites, namely the elect, starting with them. Right, they're going to bring the light to not only the people, right, meaning those who are of the elect, hopeful elect, but also to the 2/3 who are going to reject it, because that's how they're set up to reject it. But they know Nick Cannon, Kanye West,